all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning and happy Monday to you. You're listening to the Daily Morning Update from Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 27th of January. Equity markets here in India are likely to be under pressure at the start of the week, as they have been in the rest of the world. The coronavirus spread further and killed more people as Canada confirmed its first case and China reported an increase in fatalities and infections. The virus has killed at least 56 people in China, and President Xi Jinping on Saturday ordered a faster response, sending teams into hard-hit areas to push local officials to strengthen prevention and containment. Restrictions on travel in the world's most populous country were further widened, with 40 million people now banned from making journeys. The occurrence of the annual Lunar New Year holiday is being seen as a major threat that could cause rapid spread of the disease. More than 2,000 cases have been reported in 15 countries and territories. South Korea on Sunday reported another infection, while Pakistan has denied that it has a confirmed case. Let's turn to news from back home now. The government may consider a cut in import duty on the raw material used in the fertilizer industry in the forthcoming budget, which happens to be on this Saturday, with a view to boost domestic manufacturing in the country. That's a PTI report quoting unnamed sources. The National Company Law Appellate Tribunal has set aside the insolvency proceedings against Raheja developers and handed over the management of the company back to the board of directors. Here's the background. In August last year, the Delhi-based principal bench of the National Company Law Tribunal had directed the initiation of insolvency proceedings against the company in response to a plea filed by one of its flat buyers, citing delays in the project, and an interim resolution professional was appointed. The NCLAT bench observed that the delay in the project had been caused not by the firm, but because of absence of clearances by authorities. Now, here's some data that might enthuse and, on the other hand, might cause some consternation. In the year so far, foreign portfolio investors have bought large quantities of equities in India, but were net sellers of debt. FPIs invested a net of 13,304 crore rupees in equities and withdrew a net of 11,680 crore rupees from the debt segment between the 1st and the 24th of January. In international news, IHS Markit's Composite Purchasing Managers Index for the Euro area stayed at 50.9 in January, which is lower than expected by economists as France's services sector was hit by strikes. In Germany, the manufacturing sector continued to shrink while services outperformed, suggesting the country may be putting 2019's weakness behind it. There was also better news for the UK economy, with the composite reading jumping to 52.4, an improvement which potentially undermines the case for a Bank of England rate cut next week. In the US, the impeachment trial of President Donald Trump rumbles on. House managers led by Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff will conclude their case for the impeachment today, and the defense will present their case tomorrow, with Jay Sekulow, one of the lawyers representing Trump, already saying that there is no question that he will be acquitted by the Senate. And in shocking news this morning, basketball star and NBA legend Kobe Bryant has been reported killed in a helicopter crash in California. He was traveling with other passengers, including his daughter Gianna, who also died. A number of markets in the Asia-Pacific region remain shut today. The Japanese market was the only one amongst the three early risers to be active, and the benchmark Nikkei 225 was lower by over 1.5% last I checked. This follows cuts of between 0.6 and 0.9% for the three US indices on Friday. And with that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Darshan. How are we looking at the start of the week?
Hi Alex, good morning everyone, and we are off to very weak global cues. The global markets are down in trade. Asia has started weak. The SCX Nifty is currently down by almost 80 points. But two nifty earnings today, Dr. Reddy's and HDFC. Among the other results, there is IIFL Finance. Interglobe Aviation, JK Paper, Torrent Pharma, United Spirits, V2 Retail and Wockhardt. Among the results announced, ICICI Bank results were in line with estimates. The PAT jumped on SR Steel recoveries and lower provisioning. NIMS and asset quality improved. Higher slippages due to a broking account and a South Indian-based industrial company that actually contributed. JSW Steel results were below estimates. The sharply lower steel pricing and realizations dragged the margin. Losses of the overseas subsidiaries weighed in on the bottom line performance, and delayed commissioning at Dolvi was the key disappointment. Bank of Baroda weak earnings with major asset quality disappointment. Upfront recognition of merger transition cost impacted the financials, and slippages spiked further, largely driven by the corporate segment. Prestige Estates revenues up 2.5 times, profit up 2.8 times, and EBITDA up was up 2.1 times. Margins came in lower due to the Ind AS accounting standards. Collections fell despite strong pre-sales in the third quarter. The company has not disclosed its consolidated debt in its Q3 presentation, a practice that it has been doing, but surprisingly this time around it has omitted. APL Apollo Tubes strong numbers, revenues up 25%, EBITDA up 170%, PAT 5.5 times. Wendt revenues down 22%, profit down 59%, EBITDA down 54%. Sluggish demand from major industry users and lower offtake from global customers impacted the top line, and margins were impacted due to rise in raw material cost. Cipla will be refocused. They've received 4 Form 83 observations by the US FDA for the inspection at the Bangalore API manufacturing facilities. Prestige Estate, the board has approved the allotment of 1.34 crore shares on a preferential basis at 325 to a subsidiary of GIC. Siemens has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire 99.22% stake in CNS Electrical for 2120 crore. GHCL, in which DSP Mutual Fund acquired 15 lakh shares. India Bulls Housing Finance, in which Credit Suisse acquired 22 lakh shares. And in brokerages, Citi has downgraded Aavas Financials to a neutral from a buy, but raised the target price to 2100 from 1900. And Edelweiss has upgraded Bank of Baroda to a buy from a reduce, and raised the target price to 126 from 91. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you'll be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you on this podcast, but as always, there's a lot more on the website, just like Darshan says, so don't forget to check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day and an even better week.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.